Call it Park Bubba Sparks.
Booty, 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 rockin' everywhere. Booty, booty.
Hey, I don't know what to do.
What's up, YouTube? It's Desi, and I'm back with another video, you guys. So sorry, you guys, I haven't been doing as much medical videos. I have been trying to show my experience for when I went to Las Vegas, but that's a whole nother story. Make sure y'all do stay tuned, because this weekend, starting on Saturday, there will be a free giveaway for you guys starting for 3K. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. Me and my homegirl Neela are going to do something for you guys, so y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for that. This video is going to talk about, do phlebotomists get paid more than medical assistants? So as you guys know, pretty much I've been working from home right now as far as for medical assisting. Pretty much working with the doctors as far as for helping out with the progress notes, making sure that I understand on certain procedures that I will have to make sure that I mark on there for them, and you know, just the treatment plan that they have for the patient. Also making sure I update their vital signs, medications, family history, social history, all those type of things. I'm also learning like new procedures and everything like that. If there ever comes an issue, of course I will be able to pretty much see face to face with the doctor, but there's no face to face with any other patients or anything like that. And of course, if we have any issues, we have HR to contact and stuff like that. That's a whole nother story. So most people, they have been leaving a lot of questions underneath the videos, and I basically want to turn those into videos so that can kind of help you guys out. Now this is for my opinion. I definitely feel like phlebotomists are getting paid more than medical assistants, and I'm gonna tell you guys why. One, they are getting more hours as far as for medical assistant, because medical assistants usually work a typical 8 to 4 or like a 7 to 4, 7 to 5, something like that. Phlebotomists, say for instance, could work like a 6 to 4, but they're still continuing on with their hours. They technically work like a 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. and still possibly stay at the lab for at least all the way to 6 o'clock at night. So all just depends. But I feel like phlebotomists have been getting a lot more attention lately, more than medical assistants, because one, we need a lot of people when it comes to blood work. We do need a lot of people when it comes to just a lot of lab testing with specimens and stuff like that. Not saying that we don't need medical assistants, but I feel as if that phlebotomists have been the attention lately. So basically, what is a phlebotomist? Phlebotomist is basically when you go to the healthcare setting, you'll see someone that's basically going to draw your blood. They're going to be the one to put the tourniquet right here for you, and they're pretty much looking in this area right here to get that blood drawn. If sometimes you may see them look in the area right here on your palm, your hand or whatnot, but that's rare. But that's only for most people who have like rolling veins and stuff like that. On an average, phlebotomist usually makes about between, I would say, $30,000 to $40,000 a year. Now I feel as if it has risen up because of COVID. So for the most part, phlebotomists here in Florida are pretty much making around $45K a year. To the average, I would say if you're working at a hospital, phlebotomist makes about $22 to $25 an hour. It depends on what type of position you are when it comes to phlebotomy. Sometimes if you're in like the beginning stage for phlebotomists, you will start off probably around like $15 to $16 an hour. But if you have been in the field for quite a while, pretty much you will be making that $22 to $25 an hour. And if you're head with phlebotomists, you can be making more than $25 an hour. Now, most people want to know as far as for if you already have your experience, will you get more money with that as well too? That's definitely a plus. Whenever you go to your interview, you want to tell them as far as for all the experience that you have. Like me personally, whenever I go to an interview, I would say I already had my experience with phlebotomy, with not only with just going to school for Fortis College, but also I worked at a plasma center for a year and a half, and I was also able to get trained for donor floor technician, also able to get trained with receptionist where I take vital signs. Not only that, I also have my certification for medical assistant, so I was able to do that as well too. The more you add in, the more that they'll start considering for you, and then they'll then ask you that question as far as for, well, how much are you looking to make for this position? Some of them may work out with it. You don't want to go too skyrocket and be like, I want to make $30 an hour. Like, you don't want to do that. You want to at least try to keep it average and see what they say about it. If they say it's too high, then you start throwing in all the techniques that you're able to do and stuff like that. So that can kind of help them pay you a little bit more. With medical assistants usually make around $30,000 a year to the most of $35,000 a year. It depends on what type of medical assistant you are. Now, if you are a traveling medical assistant, you do get more, just as well as with traveling phlebotomists. If you are a traveling phlebotomist, you do get more money as well too. It just all depends, but you don't want to get too cocky with it. Most people try to get, you know, too out of stage with that, and then they don't end up finding like a good job when it comes with it. Now, even if they accept you with the bare minimum with most medical assistant jobs or phlebotomist jobs, still take it on so you can get your experience. So that way you could at least say, well, I stayed in this job for 6 months just to get my experience with it. Now I'm trying to take my experience on and actually, you know, apply it to this job. So if you know, willing to hire me, that's pretty much on how that can go. So pretty much, do phlebotomists make more than medical assistants? I would definitely say yes, with the pandemic going on. Now, there are a lot of positions for both phlebotomists and also medical assistant, but I feel like phlebotomist is definitely the hitliner right now. It's a lot of positions for phlebotomists because you can work morning and nighttime when it comes to phlebotomists. With medical assistants, they usually work in the beginning of the day. I never really see a nighttime position when it comes to medical assistant, but if so, it'll probably be at like a hospital. If anything, I definitely see more positions when it comes to CNA as well too, but CNAs don't really get as much money. Again, your salary depends on the state that you live in, so I just want to kind of make that clear. Most people don't really understand on that, so it also depends on the state that you're living in. But here in Florida, it's kind of like they pay you the bare minimum depending on the department that you're going to be working with. So if you're working at a plasma center, you kind of going to get the bare minimum. If you're working at a hospital, you're going to get exactly what you earn. If you're working at like a clinic or something, like an outpatient clinic or something like that, you're going to get kind of what you're earned on. But however, you know, those are just the aspects as far as for those jobs. If you guys have any questions, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure y'all leave the comments down below because I definitely do check them. Y'all stay safe. Peace, y'all.